Nithyananda. This is Nithyananda.
And this is Nithyananda.
Welcome all of you with our love and respects to this video of ours.
We wanted to make this video to ask one question that came from the bottom of our hearts, going through whatever we have been through till now. How dare you? This is a question that we want to ask to every single person that made judgments, that supported without knowing the facts, and that decided, that continue to claim many false accusations without knowing the facts, without knowing the truth, and without knowing how things happen.
How dare you is a question that we are asking to every single one of you out there, who, with your judgments, opinions, misunderstanding, and by knowing half-baked, convoluted informations,
intervened our life and destroyed our future, our childhood, our dreams, and continue to spread false accusations without even knowing the truth, facts, and reality of how it happened.
And of what happened, of whatever is happening, making your own judgments and spoiling. One thing is you've already spoiled the character that we have held ourselves, being like, I have lived on this planet Earth for 20 years now. 20 years of living this lifestyle of being a monk. 20 years of a celibate lifestyle. 18 years. And each of our vision for life. We are raising this question today of how dare you to Mr. Arnabji.
Sir, it is a heartfelt question to you, sir. After watching the interviews that you have been making on Republic TV against Swamiji and against us, it's with extreme pain and anger in my heart that I'm asking you this question. How dare you? All the accusations, all the false news, all the lies, without even presenting the fact that you have been making on the Republic TV in the interview. This video we wanted to gathering the questions that we had, but with the facts and with the evidences, we wanted to present to all the viewers, so that at least with the hope of getting justice in our fight for being heard and getting the justice from the right people.
So let's start with what they call as a debate. So here he's calling a debate. A debate is something where a discussion is happening with two parties, where people talk, discuss, argue about their opinions. Debate means a discussion for elucidating the truth, strife in argument or reasoning between persons of different opinions, each endeavoring to prove his own opinion right and that of his opposer wrong. Sir, but in your debate, where is the opposite party? Where is the other person here in your debate shown? How can a one-sided biased speech be called a debate?
And not just that, if you see even on the screen, the shot that is put there from the debate, if you see the word that is used is victim's father. So who is the victim that you claim here? When both of us have been continuously stating, making videos that we have not been kidnapped, or there's been nothing happening between us, and we have separated from the organization, and multiple video statements that we made. In spite of that, not even one fact you presented, and you continue to claim that we are victims. So how can you call it a debate?
So we have another question. So you are claiming that it's a victim's father. When did we come, as you claim, if we are the victims, did we come lodge any complaint to you, or did we go and lodge any complaint to the police or to anyone else? How can you call us as victims, sir? That too in a national TV, of news that is spread all across the nation. So many people, so many viewers are going to be watching it.
And it's extremely hurting because you are an opinion maker, and you sitting on the national TV where millions of people watch, when you make a statement, at least I hope there will be some, at least little bit of facts or truths that will be presented. But what was more shocking is not even a single fact of both these sides are shown. You are just continuing to claim whatever you knew, whatever you, just one party's claim, whatever my father has been talking on the national TV, without even without even researching a little bit of how much percent it is true, what is a fact, nothing. Even our public videos were not even shown. Even the statements that we made was not even heard.
Our voice is just being unheard. So, as a reporter who is voicing out a news where literally a nation is hearing, a reporter, a person who has the rights to call out or to the politicians, to have hashtags trending, to make literally a judgment or opinion into a conclusion into the minds of the people. Isn't it a responsibility of such a person to do a research? I hope you might be having a team that can do research and present the facts to you. So, can your team be a little more responsible in researching into the facts and provide unbiased information to the public? Because sir, it is costing our lives. It is costing the vision that we have for our future, that we are standing up for, the lives that we are standing up for. We made tons of videos, released it on multiple social media platforms, and even many media channels have also published it. So we want to know, why was our voices unheard? Why not a single fact from what we are presenting was even presented anywhere in your show, which you call as a debate, which seems to be, or actually I can say, which ends up to be a biased, one-sided speech. And next, so you are calling out on a national media, on a national news channel, a list of Hindu gurus as fraud. So what evidence do you have to make such a claim? And so are you allowed to make such labels generalizing religious leaders into making such a false claim?
And also, how did even the other gurus come into the picture? How are they anyway relevant? Leave. Actually, honestly, if you see, even Swamiji dragging our Guru, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramahansa, even dragging him into this, I would say is completely irrelevant, because we have separated ourselves from the organization. But leave alone Swamiji, but so many other Hindu Gurus, how are they even relevant to the picture that you were trying to present about us? I do not even understand the relevance, but why generalize and why drag other Hindu Gurus into the picture, sir?
And so, I heard you make a statement. You were telling that Swamiji is not related to Hinduism. Excuse me. So, do you state so many Hindu leaders from various different akhadas, various different adinams, who have honored Swamiji to be one of the Hindu leaders? Some people recognized him as incarnation. Some people recognized him as a voice of Hinduism. Some people even recognized him as a pope of Hinduism. When so many people have honored him with various different titles of Hinduism, who are you, sir, to make a not just a judgment but a public statement labeling him as he is not a Hindu? And sir, I also wanted to ask, your job is what you're doing, where you have the knowledge about, as I believe, and as per what I understand from my research about your life. As well, you have a good wide knowledge about politics, you have a wide knowledge about the news presenting it, etc. Why would you come to a subject that you are not aware of, which is Hinduism? And the next claim, when the victims, you are calling as victims, are saying that we are not kidnapped, how are you on national news channels spreading the false news that we are kidnapped?
And what is more painful is based on what evidence do you even say that we are kidnapped, sir? What does it take you to make a statement being an opinion maker, being a judge, literally you decide, you make opinions. And when you are sitting on that responsible seat, how can you just make a statement telling that we are kidnapped when we have made multiple videos making it very clear that we are no way kidnapped and we are absolutely on our own free will traveling. And we have decided, we have been on travel out of our personal choice, and we have decided to even separate from the organization to not create more troubles. How do you claim in a national TV where the whole world is watching that we have been kidnapped, sir? This false, baseless accusation is causing more pain, and more than pain, I would say it is frustrating that even a national media like you, which is being an opinion maker, can't even do the basic research before making a statement accusing multiple lives in a national TV.
So do you know how much it affects our lives? So do you understand that it affects the principle that we are standing for? We, out of our own choice, out of our own will, first of all, let me clarify, we are majors. And according to Indian law, majors, which is anybody above the age of 18 years, can decide and live, make their own decisions for their future. We do not need to seek the approval of anyone. And even apart from that, this lifestyle that we have chosen to be Hindu monks, we very well got the blessings of our Purvashram parents. And that's how we entered into this life. And now we want to pursue this lifestyle, which literally is like our career. We want to pursue this lifestyle in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. We want to stand up for Sanatana Hindu Dharma. We are not doing some terrorist activities. We only want to stand up for Dharma and serve humanity, serve Hinduism. So, sir, based on what are you claiming that we are kidnapped? When we are shouting literally on the social media, because we are not getting any of the platform where we can voice out. We are doing our best to voice out what we are standing up for, what our life is, and that we are not kidnapped. And dragging unnecessarily the organization's name into this.
Exactly.
So, next question we have for you, sir. How will you make a personal family issue into a national issue or national news? Twisting it into a political issue.
And that too completely baseless, false, and completely there is no facts that you have been presenting, and continuously you claim it, whatever judgment that you want to give, whatever opinion that you want to share, making our whole a personal family issue into a national issue with so many judgments of yours intervening and turning the issue, blowing up the issue into something big that it was never. It was just a personal issue between us, my father and my mother. But today it turns out to be a national issue which is completely baseless, false, and even now it is unclear of any evidence, and there is it is all having baseless allegations. But one thing that I can clearly see is more than us, it is becoming a planned conspiracy against Swamiji. And that is what is paining me more, because the sole reason that we split from the organization, we stepped out of the organization for some time, is because we did not want to cause any harm to the organization. But unfortunately, sir, your channel has become one of the major reasons that this issue, which is our personal family matter, has today turned out into something else. And it has become a national issue, a political issue.
People are debating about our lives. No, without even hearing our side, without even listening to anything. First of all, sir, this is a personal family issue which you are trying, your news channel, and you are trying to make into a political issue. He is calling out politicians who are nowhere related to our lives.
Exactly.
And so, in your show, you're claiming that kids were abused kids, so people have to be punished, people too were arrested. And we want to ask our father, who's also part of the Gurukul community, he was very well heading the organization, that he abused the kids as per your claim, then he also abused the kids. Are you going to arrest him? No, what we are trying to tell here is the entire allegation, the allegation itself is totally false and baseless. Absolutely baseless.
If you call whatever, if you are claiming that kids are being abused, etc., which is completely not true, what would you say what we are going through because of multiple media channels that is not even saying the truth? What, as children, I have a future and I have a vision for my life and I have a dream that I want to live. But what would you call that I am going through because of multiple media channels spreading false news, especially media channels like yours? What would you call what your media channel is doing in my life? What would you tell that? Would you call it an abuse or what else?
And next, as we were just sharing, when we, your so-called victims, are not even part of the organization, why are you dragging the organization into this? Why are you dragging Swamiji into this? We are very clear that we have stepped out of the organization, we have moved out of the organization. We are living a life on our own. How can you call out to the entire nation to attack Swamiji, to do this to Swamiji, to do that to Swamiji, calling Swamiji as a kidnapper?
My biggest doubt is that there was no relevance between us and the organization. We stepped out. And when you continued in your debate show that I watched, if you see more than us, it is Swamiji that it is being continuously directed into. My question is, sir, if your concern is about us and your concern, as you claim, is about saving our lives, which is not at all into trouble, but whatever your concern is up so much about us, then why did you continuously direct the show towards Swamiji? Why was he continuously being tracked? It looked like, sir, more of your personal vengeance against Swamiji, against Hinduism, that you continued to again and again showcase in your show, and there was no relation between us and the organization, but the entire show turned out to be against Swamiji, and it turned out to be a huge support, a huge stepping stone in the plan that I believe, whatever I saw, it is completely being an evidence that this show is turning out to be one more stepping stone that in the plan, in the conspiracy that my father had planned. And it looked like it was directed against Swamiji, who had no relevance in whatever you're all claiming, because it is our personal family issue. And we had clearly stepped out of the organization.
And so, continuously you're claiming us, Swamiji is being guilty of this, Swamiji is a rapist, all very, very harsh words, violent, harsh words. So we wanted to present a few facts to you, probably because enough research you weren't able to do, you or your team wasn't able to do enough research into this topic. We wanted to bring forth some of the facts to you. So, do you know the same case is quashed in the US, and Aarti Rao, who was the victim that you're continuously claiming for the false accusations of Swamiji, she was convicted for falsely accusing Swamiji. So we will just show you a few more facts. And sir, I also wanted to ask, when someone quashes a case and that person is proved innocent, how actually there is even a law where till a person is proven guilty, he is innocent.
But it turns out to be a little different when I see Mr. Arnab Goswami, sir, whatever he's saying. I feel that that law to him is quite different, because according to him, what I see is a person is guilty until he is proven innocent. It turns out to be completely different.
But he doesn't apply the same logic to him.
Exactly.
So would you call yourself guilty? There's an FIR which was against you, against Republic TV, which you can very well see on the screen. So sir, are you going to call yourself guilty for that? And yes, so this is what we were just sharing with you now. As per Indian judiciary system, a person is innocent until proven guilty. If you claim that Swamiji is guilty of the rape because of the affair, then are you guilty for the fashion designer's death? And so, did you know that the false victim that you're claiming, that you're supporting, which is Aarti Rao, she has multiple STDs. Actually, not just since 2004, even before that.
STD stands for, I just wanted to add in between to all the viewers also to clarify, STD stands for sexually transmittable diseases. So if you see, she has 4, not just 1 or 2, but there are multiple STDs that she has.
And those STDs, and Swamiji does not have any. This itself shows it's a false allegation. This itself shows it's a false allegation. And so, do you know that the Michigan hospital has released the medical reports of Aarti Rao with that she has multiple STDs to the civil court, and US has fined $500,000 for falsely accusing Swamiji of sexual abuse. We have shown the whole order and etc. on the screen now. You can see it very well on the screen.
And so,
and do you know actually she has a thing that like if she goes to the US now, she'll be arrested on site.
Exactly. And if Arnab sir is so interested in justice, why doesn't he put all of these facts out in his TV? Why, sir, even one of this was not shown in the TV? And it is just, I would say, it was more of a 40-minute fight within themselves with the same points. And it didn't even have a pinch of fact of how things happen. Why was none of this pulled out? So even one Google would have brought these facts out to you. But it is so unfortunate that an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old has to bring this out to the public, even say, because there's so much of bias in the news that you have published.
And next thing, so just because few people come for meeting Swamiji and receive blessings from Swamiji, if you could call it as a political influence, then sir, can we call all these meetings of yours as you having a political influence? Now, how does it serve right? How can you claim just because some politician is coming, or somebody from the political party is coming to receive blessings from Swamiji, have a meeting with Swamiji to have some vision, whatever might be the reason? How can you claim that he has political influence? Then you are meeting so many politicians in your life. You are having multiple meetings with them. You are even having handshakes with them. So can we call that as you having political influence? Next, your support to the false allegations of Sarah Landry. See, even she herself uses this hashtag.
Exactly.
Anyways, coming to the facts. So she claims that there are some chats with Swamiji, and is just for all of the viewers.
And one thing that I wanted to just add, because Mr. Arnab Goswami sir, who's going to be watching this video, so I'm quite sure, just like how you would have not done any, you did not do any research when you claimed that when you spread so many claims about us, I'm pretty sure that you did not do any research on even what Sarah Landry, whatever claims that she has done, because clearly there's so much of evidences that how false her accusations are, and there are so many people all over social media are very clearly they just find her accusations a joke and they mock at her accusations because it's so evidently clear it's false.
Actually, I wanted to share another thing. I was in the social media team of Swamiji, right? So actually, like first I wanted all of you to see. So on the screen, you can see clearly, like she has sent a message telling that she was answering to devotees' questions through the actual profile, and you can also see she has posted that how she was a leader of social media team, and that's why she created another account, etc. Right? So I wanted to share something here. I was a part of Swamiji's social media team, which was headed at that time Surupapriya, now Sarah Landry. So she was heading the social media team, and she was the one who used to use Swamiji's personal social media accounts. She used to handle Instagram of Swamiji, she used to handle the personal messenger of Swamiji, and she used to handle Twitter handle of
And
Swamiji,
this is not
etc.
just something that entire organization knows, but also many
No,
of the
actually, many
devotees
people
know.
know. Even many
Exactly.
devotees know. Many devotees
It has
know.
been all over on Facebook multiple times before.
So yeah, you can also see multiple screenshots or where like multiple posts of Swamiji's where it is very clearly written that it is the social media managers who handle those social media accounts. All these whatever messages come are taken to Swamiji for blessings. So this was the time when Sarah Landry has used in a very, very cunning way against her plot, against her conspiracy against Swamiji, where she used all that time to send fake messages to herself through Swamiji's account and all in a very, very perverted way so she can create a conspiracy later.
And every message, everything that she put, all the false messages, if you see, it is a clear reflection of how dirty, cheap, and perverted mind it is. I mean, a man who has sacrificed his entire life, he has poured his life, blood, and sweat, his entire hard work into building and giving life to Hinduism. And when you see such a person, such a human being, yes, he is an avatar, but in a layman's words, if when you see such a human being, you would all you can feel is honor, respect, and love for the hard work that he has done. But if you see all her cheap, perverted messages that she has sent to herself, it just reflects how cheap and how dirty her mind is, filled with conspiracy and filled with perversion.
I just wanted to add a point over here. So actually, whenever she used to handle, even we used to get complaints from devotees telling they were blocked, they're not getting responses, etc. She was the one who used to mainly handle the account. We never actually at first at the beginning we did not doubt her. She used to handle like what she used to do is she used to send messages through Swamiji's account to her account. All the screenshots, all the messages that you're seeing of hers, all those were sent from her account to from Swamiji's account by her to her account, her personal account. And she used to delete the entire chat completely. So every time we open it, it'll only look like, like a normal box. Like even the emoji changed. So many things. I was shocked. Because Swamiji never sends messages on his own to devotees. It is always the social media managers who send it.
And it has been
Sometimes,
multiple times. I was never part of social media team, but even who was in Gurukul at that point of time, knew very well because not just within the organization, even the devotees outside, we all clearly know that Swamiji never usually handles it. It's a social media team. Even if you see his Facebook page, even there's a Facebook post that clearly announces it.
yes,
There's been multiple
yes,
times.
yes.
It's been made very
Many,
clear.
many times it has been made very clear. And so this is the main thing that we wanted to really, really convey because there have been so many people who are having misunderstandings about this. So she used to be handling Swamiji's social media account and she did use that time actually to talk about her. I actually feel very cheap, like really, because she has done not just this, she has gone to another organization. She claimed herself as an avatar. She claimed as herself. I'll actually show all those facts to all of you. Now let's just take a few minutes and watch this video just to show you all how unstable Sarah Landry is.
You're saying he sexually exploited you as well?
Yes.
Or he attempted
Respect
to?
and empathy. Ji.
Just 1 minute.
Yes. It started via Facebook Messenger messages in my inbox, and the way that he started grooming me for sexual exploitation. Now, the irony here is that I have never once even been looked at by Swamiji in a way that makes me feel uncomfortable, let alone spoken to, let alone touched. Swamiji has never looked at me, spoken to me, touched me, or in any other way made me feel like he is anything else other than my guru. So everything I said about the lifestyle of sannyas, about being an initiated disciple of His Divine Holiness, Paramahamsa Shri Nithyananda, whom we call Swamiji, I really truly meant every single word of it. The damage done by a predatory leader who brainwashes them. There are still people fighting for Nithyananda who are right now brainwashed individuals under the undue influence of this sinister cult leader. For that reason, I follow Paramahamsa Nithyananda, not because somebody has convinced me to, not because somebody has told me to, not because I've been forced to, but because my own life experience is showing me the best of everything I've ever known is embodied in Paramahamsa Nithyananda. So it also makes me think of other layers of gratitude. What else is there to be grateful for? Having a wonderful, beautiful family, having had such tremendously life-changing experiences in India, getting to have personally met and interacted with and been blessed by Paramahamsa Nithyananda, the greatest guru I can imagine. He claims he's above the law, and he makes all of his people turn into media bullies, social media bullies, and criminals. Because the reason Nithyananda disciples get harassed, attacked, name-called, badgered, wherever we go, the reason we get attacked like this is because the media have published so many lies about Swamiji. And Aarti Rao, everyone should know her name. She was his first public whistleblower and rape victim. To the fake rape victim who claims she was raped at a time when she wasn't even in the country where she claims the rape took place, who has pressed charges of rape back in 2010. From the morphed video that was published by the now defunct Sun TV back in 2010. In the past, when people have commented on my videos back when I was still brainwashed by that cult, these people are committing criminal actions. They're putting false charges, false rape cases against people because Nithyananda tells them to, and they believe in his impunity. He claims he's above the law, and he makes all of his people turn into media bullies, social media bullies, and criminals. Now the irony here, I follow Paramahamsa Nithyananda, not because somebody has convinced me to, not because somebody has told me to, not because I've been forced to. The average general public who are not properly educated in discerning truth versus lie in the media, who don't have media literacy, They hear all of this and they assume our guru is something which he is not. If you have any questions about any of this or the life I lived with Paramahamsa Nithyananda while I was there in Nithyananda Peetham, Bengaluru Adinam, I'm ready to answer all of those. I might seem annoyed or upset sometimes when people question me by saying things like, "Don't you know your guru was a cheat?" or "Why don't you come out and admit that you were abused?" I get annoyed because he's not a cheat and I wasn't abused. I had a great experience. When I felt it was time to move on, he blessed me to move on, and now I'm having a continued great experience.